I'm beginning the show with pushing a button that says record. And, this needs to have a... Just a moment here. 1642. TMS 1642. Okay. Oh, wants to erase it. Oh, this is 1643. That would be why that's a problem. All right, Scott. Well, good catch. That means, let me just change this real quick and change this to be 43. Okay. I think we're good.
Okay.
Are you good?
Yes.
I am also good.
Yeah.
All right, then when we proceed with all haste, and it begins in 3, 2, 1. Coming up on TMS, there was a baby in them there hills.
Oh, God. In the event of the event, there will be an event.
Batman is coming again, but as a different dude.
Please don't commit crimes.
Do you know how fast you were going?
A tiny man with a big problem.
Therapy Thursday and more on this episode of The Morning Stream.
This is the way they settle things in the Old West, with sudden impact. But this isn't 1866. It's 1966. And I'll tell you something. You separate fact from fancy, and you'll find far more impact in the modern world than back in the days of wooden sidewalks and watering troughs.
Here we are. Come on.
The Morning Stream. They mostly come in the morning. Mostly.
Hey, everybody, welcome back to The Morning Stream. That was Lauren Green, for those asking. Old Lauren Green.
Wow.
Yeah, back from his Bonanza days.
Right, yeah.
Found some cool, for a while there, I guess he was a spokesman for Chevy. And,
was he?
Yeah, he would do it in full, cowboy costume and all that, which is pretty funny. So there's that.
That's
hey,
cool.
It's TMS. I'm Scott Johnson. That's Brian Ibbett. It's January 31st, and what's the year? 2019. Welcome, everybody, to the new day of your life.
That's right. The end of the month. The end of the first day, the first month of the year.
Yeah, we're done after this. So we're on to the next knuckle, which goes down, right?
That's right. We're the valley, really.
The valley is what I
between
mean.
the knuckles.
Yeah, the valley between the knuckles. Such a great book. I hope they make it into a film one day. and then it'll be.
How green was my valley between the knuckles?
I had a very eventful day. Whoa, music went fast. I had a very eventful day yesterday. Would you like to hear highlights of it? Yeah.
Well, yeah.
All right. So
something happened yesterday?
Yeah, there's a new kid in town. And while I was personally voting or hoping that they're going to call the kid Benjamin.
Sure.
And I wanted it to be it'd be short for Ben, his middle name to start with a D for Dylan. Dylan is his dad. So okay. Benjamin Dylan Straw. And then but the short writing of it would be Ben D Straw. Bendy Straw.
Sure.
But they,
yep. Oh no, we get it.
They didn't do it. They didn't do it. They weren't into that.
I can't believe they weren't into that. I can't believe. How long ago had they decided on the name?
It's been a couple of months, and they didn't tell anybody.
Okay.
So they kept almost dropping it.
Even from you, you guys didn't even know.
No, we had no idea. They were trying to keep it a secret so that they would only tell everybody on the day. So they told, I guess she let slip to Carter once in the car what it would have been if it was a girl, but she won't even tell us that now.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
But even now, after the fact? Oh, I guess in case they have another...
Yeah.
They
have a girl, they'll use it or whatever, I guess, I assume.
Sure.
Anyway, and they know that I would have probably spoiled it on the air or something like that.
You would have been like, well, I'm not going to spoil. I'm not going to say what the name is, but it's something you haul the kids to and from soccer in.
Oh, but see, this is the fun part about the name they chose. So we found out after the birth that they named the kid Van, V-A-N. So it's Van Taylor Johnson. For some reason, it's got Taylor's name as the middle name. Straw. I mean, I keep doing that. That's fine, and it's an adorable name. I think it's great, and he's his cute little name. I already am calling him Minivan because that's what I'm going to do.
Sure.
And I'll do that until he's bigger, and then I'll call him a cargo van or I don't know, whatever.
Maxi van, a cargo van, yeah.
If he ever gets fat, I'll just call him a cargo van.
When are they going to shuttle Van home from the hospital?
Friday morning, and they're going to take the van. They're going to See, I got to think of all these right now. I'm a little,
yes.
little,
Is he gonna?
it's real dumb.
Yeah, wait till they go out, do some outdoors stuff, and you'll see little van down by the river.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that one came up yesterday.
I'm sure. Yeah.
I think he's gonna be the singer in the Van Halen tribute band when he gets to be a teenager.
Of course. Right.
And there's some sort of Van Morrison thing we could make up in there. I don't know what, but something about the Van Dams, like his favorite. I don't know. We got lots of ideas, so we're
so many.
We're workshopping
so many.
all the Van grandpa dad jokes that we can muster. But anyways, an adorable little dude, and he's healthy and all's well. It's funny though because it was a little dicey there for a minute. We got there. I was going to tell you this before the show, but I saved it till now. We went early. As soon as TMS ended, I got out of here, and so they were in the hospital from 7:15 on in the morning. Took the whatever you take to start the deal, and what's it called, Pitocin or Maxi?
Epidural or
no, Maxitocin or Popitocin?
Oh, okay, sure.
Pectorocca, Tossitocin, some name.
Sure.
And she takes that, and then they sit her down. They don't start the epidural for a while, actually. They wait for whatever conditions, and then I know what the conditions are. She starts getting these contractions about 3 minutes apart, and they're pretty painful. So they're like, okay, well now's the time for the spine needle. So they do the spine needle. They told her it wouldn't hurt at all, but the guy who did it, I think, wasn't very good at it, and it freaking hurt. Yeah, first time. He didn't warn her either. He's like, I'm going to put a little bit of numbing agent on there, and then I'm going to put the needle in. And I think he did it too quick. He went, and then yammo, and then she was like, wah. And I've heard from most people, my wife included, that it always kind of hurts, but Tay says it was like excruciatingly, mind-bogglingly painful. But anyway, so she does this, and she settles in, and then we get there. We get there at about 11:15. Show's been posted. That was my job. Do TMS, post it.
You had one job, Scott.
Yeah, I had one job. Get my arse to the hospital, which wasn't very far. It's a very conveniently located hospital, it turns out. In fact, there's a Five Guys right next to it, which is also very convenient, if you ask me. So we go over there, and the way the day goes out is she just keeps having these contractions. It just feels like pressure to her, though, now. So it's good. We're in there with her. So every once in a while, you'd kind of hear the baby heartbeat monitor thing go. It's when she would have the contractions, the baby heartbeat slows down. That's normal.
Okay.
I thought it would go up, but apparently it goes down. Because I thought if it squeezed in there like that's what happens, that the kid would go, oh no, it's time, and their heart would get faster because they're getting excited or getting distressed or whatever. But it's not that way. It's the opposite. They slow. So at first I was like, what is that normal? Is that normal? And this big nurse looks at me like, really? We're gonna freak out over here, Grandpa? Like, it was stupid. Anyway, it all worked out. That was fine. But right up till push time, which by the way began at precisely 4:20 p.m.
Oh, I saw you post this too.
Yeah. Right at 4:20, like on the dot 4:20.
Okay.
Let's see, I need to have this more handy here. So I, of course, yelled this. Wait, that's not it. Where is it? I can't find my clip. Oh, man, this isn't it.
Oh.
This is the morning stream.
No.
That.
No, that's sweet weed, man. Oh, here it is. I found it. Okay. Oh, this is so not worth it when you can't just pull it right up, you know? It's so dumb. Here it is.
Smoke weed every day.
All right, so there's that. I said that.
Yeah.
And then everyone's like, ha ha, all right, get out of here. So
Yeah.
we would leave. We would come and leave depending on what was happening. Like they would roll her over and check dilation. Well, that's the thing you don't want everyone in the room for.
Oh, sure.
So they'd hustle us out. So we go out in the hallway during those times, and there was hardly anyone there. There was one other pregnant lady and nothing really going on. Very empty maternity wing. I don't know why. Just not a lot of babies yesterday.
Huh.
And
What was going on 9 months ago? Like, was there
no kidding.
Was there a big sporting event or something that
people either that or people are planning? Maybe people plan more for spring babies or something weird like that. I don't know. Who knows? But anyway, that's all going on, and nobody's out there. So we thought that was fine to just sort of be out in the hall.
Sure.
And we would come back in, and then an hour later, she'd come back and say, "Okay, we're doing it again." Everyone out in the hall. We go out in the hall, and we wait there. Third time we're in the hall. I think a doctor with like a whole mask on and everything comes hustling down the hall toward us and goes, "You can't be in here. You can't be in here." Like, we can't
in the hall?
Yeah, I'm like, we can't be in here. What's the matter? And he goes, no, all the personal records and stuff everywhere here. You got to be out in the waiting room. You can't be in here. You can't be in here. And he just kept yelling it and get all snippy at us. And I was like, all right, well, no one told us, dude. We were out here 3 other times. No one said a thing. We don't know. Like, the waiting room's way over there. It requires a door code to get in and out. Like, it's kind of a nightmare. So we just thought waiting, standing here like normal people looking at our phones is no big deal. He seems like he was acting like it was a huge, deal. So, fine. We wait out in the thing. That happens 2 or 3 more times. And then at 4:20, the nurse goes, all right, this is it. Who you keeping in here? She says to Taylor. And she goes, my husband and the photographer. And they're like, okay, everyone else out.
No jokey joke, Dad. We don't need any more.
No, it's just like, get out of here. It's like, get the hell out of here. So we left, went out into the waiting room. It takes an hour, so we're an hour in. And then we're thinking, they told us that they thought she'd only be pushing for about a half an hour. So that's not a big deal, but we're like, we can't get an update because we don't know what's going on in there.
Right.
And, they don't need to tell us anything until they need to tell us anything, so they're in no rush to come out and tell us, but I'm still stressing out, going, I hope everything's okay.
Yeah, of course.
Because it was, it's starting to hurt, because no matter epidural or not, there's pain. It's just less. And so we're out there in the deal, and I'm filling out this card that was the name of the guy who runs the hospital. The administrator's name is Todd Wilkinson or something. Okay. And he's asking for your feedback on these cards. So
how did we do?
Yeah, he did. So I wrote, Dear Todd,
how's my delivery? Call 1-800.
Why is the cafeteria giving me gas this quickly after eating it? Love, Scott. Like, I had all these funny ideas of what I would ask Todd.
Of course.
So this is how we're burning time, and it's fine. Dylan's parents are there. We're there. Nick and Carter are there, and that's pretty much it. That's all of us. Sure. All right. Then over the speaker we hear, boo, boo. And by the way, their speaker system looks like a to-go box at a Texas Roadhouse.
Wow. Weird that you say that. That's where I went for dinner last night.
Oh, no way.
Party for my niece, yeah.
Oh, no way. That's too funny.
We'll mention that later. Like, what, like a styrofoam?
Yeah, like a little styrofoam-looking box that the lady would give you for the steak you didn't eat. Like, it's the weirdest thing. But anyway, there it was, and it goes.
It's really funny.
It goes, emergency crew C-section time, everyone. Run to the deal and do the thing. And, she's like doing all this emergency talk about a C-section. Yeah. And I see two doctors and a nurse person just go running past us through that door. And I'm like, dude, what the frick are we doing? Yeah, you're not even going to say anything? Like, they don't have to say anything.
They don't say, like, a room number or anything like that, so you can say, oh, yeah, that's not us or anything like that.
No, it's a bunch of code. Like, stuff that doesn't make sense to me. Like, it's a 14-9 with the 22B. Get your ass in here and save the tree or whatever. It's like a big thing they said. And I'm kind of panicking, going, is that her? Is that not her? Like, we only saw another pregnant lady on the whole thing. And right then, Dylan texts us and says, none of those are announcements for Taylor. Everything's fine. She's still in here.
Oh, that's good. Good. He anticipated that you guys would be hearing that and freaking out.
And we were like, oh, thank goodness. But then I felt really bad for the other girl because I was like, oh, that poor thing. She's been in there pushing before Tay got in here. So anyway, another hour goes by, and I'm like, this is too long. I don't like it. And she finally, Dylan came to the door and announced it. So at 6-something p.m., I forget the exact time, 6-something p.m., 6 pounds, 6 ounces. 666, the number of the beast.
What?
I know, we've just given birth to Damien.
You know what'd be great? Is if they had a progress bar for the people out in the waiting room. So, like, like a bunch of screens.
I agree, dude. I agree. That's a great idea. In fact, I even said that. Like, not that
baby
exactly.
On the right side, and then just like a little progress bar.
Yeah.
Loading, unloading, unloading, unloading.
Yeah, at least something. Like a little... I don't know. I feel like in this world of technology, there ought to be something.
There should be something.
And it could be automated. The doctors don't have to do anything. The machines are in there sensing it all.
Yeah, exactly.
So just give me like
all right, so back to 6 p.m., 6 ounces, 6 pounds, 6 ounces.
Yeah, a 666. Freaking the omen happens. But it wasn't
exactly 6 o'clock, right?
No, it was 6:14 or something like that.
There we go. So 6:14.
Actually,
6, that's nothing.
It may have been 6:16.
Wow.
That's another 6.
Isn't that the Marvel Earth that we're all on?
I hope
Or
so.
616?
I hope so. This is when Iron Man's made of nanobots. I'm
That's
good.
right. This is when Major Spoilers needs to chime in.
Exactly. It's the super universe. So anyway, that was it. Yeah, we went in there. It's everything's in place and good. The kid's not even crying. He's just kind of going, making this funny noise.
Yeah.
And doctors checked him out, said he's 100% good. He didn't even get the cone head. You know, he still looks like an alien when they come out.
Of course, they do, yeah.
Give it a day or two, and he'll settle in. But yeah, all's good. Taylor's feeling great. She was tired, but no weird ill effects. Dylan bawled his eyes out, and that was cute.
Of course,
and
that's the way. That's what's that's what breaks you.
Yeah,
that's what's always gonna break you.
Get you every time. And okay, so side notes. So all that went well. By the way, everybody on Twitter, you guys were amazing yesterday. I've never gotten so many damn likes for stuff I posted. That was crazy. Nice. But that was great, and you guys were great.
It was all for Van. Van got the most likes.
Oh, yeah, no, it's all about the van. Yeah, forget about me. It's absolutely about the van. So that was awesome. That was just our conduit to the van for everybody. Sure. And anyway, so that was great. Great experience. Everyone's good. She goes home Friday. Kim's over there right now. Just helping out and stuff, spending some time, getting some some more pictures, holding the baby, all that. Kids are with her. All is well. I'm here working. I'm not there. Now.
Of course.
Side note.
As it should be.
Yeah.
Yes.
Side note.
Yeah.
We went to the cafeteria there while we could to eat.
Oh, yeah.
Now, here's the worst part about this place. You walk in there. The food's not bad. So that I'll say right up front. Whatever we got was fine.
Sure.
But you walk in there, and a doorbell thing goes, bing bong, every time anybody walks in.
Okay.
And if someone walks out, it just goes.
In the door.
Yeah, and if they walk out, it goes bong. It's like a different tone.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Like it.
It knows the difference. So I don't know.
Okay.
Why. So while we were standing there just ordering at this grill thing, 100 of these bing bongs, bing bongs, doctors, nurses, people visiting family, whatever, just coming in and out of there. And I just thought to myself, how can they freaking stand this? How is this even reasonable to expect anyone to work under that condition?
Well, my guess is when they're out there on the line, they're desensitized to it, right? They probably don't hear it. It's when they're in the back and it's like, all right, we don't have any customers right now. Let's go ahead and clean some pans or something like that. And then, oh, bing bong. All right, we need to move up to the front. And then from that point until they go back, they don't hear it.
Okay, that's a good point. I hadn't thought of that. They're probably used to it. I didn't ask any of them. I probably should have.
How can you work with that bing bong?
Second thing is, as a recommendation, when your daughter only eats half her tuna melt, eat it while it's fresh. Don't wait until 6:30 in the afternoon or in the evening later to finish off her last half of her sandwich out of a box you put it in. Because
how long did that tuna melt sit?
It sat, well, let's see, we ate it around 1.
Oh, God.
So like a 5-hour tuna melt.
5.5 hours?
Yeah. No longer a melt, more of a meld, if you know what I mean.
Right, exactly.
Oh, my gosh, it was bad, dude.
Yeah, there's an even shorter progress bar on the tuna melt, Scott.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah, you're not kidding. I opened that thing up across the room from my wife, and her head went up and went, what does that smell? Like, oh, sorry, it's probably me. She goes, don't you dare eat that. I took a big bite. Oh, my gosh, honey, you're going to have the worst breath all night. And I did. It's like just ghostly. I was like,
probably burping up old tuna smell, too.
Yeah, it was really bad. So there's that. Don't do that. That's my recommendation. And then thirdly, don't ask any questions when you notice that all the bathrooms in the hospital, both the public hallway ones and the ones inside the rooms, all of them have a metal intake pipe at the base of the inside of the bowl. And I was curious. Okay. Yeah, it's hard to explain. You know where the hole is in the toilet, right?
Yeah, the drain.
The drain where it starts. It's just smooth. Usually, just a smooth transition of porcelain. You know, not in this case. They had like metal, almost like it was a cyborg, a metal tube at the very base where normally it would just go in. It started with this big shiny metallic tube that then went all the way up in.
Does that stick out? Does the tube stick out of the water, or is it just like a second drain kind of thing?
It's like it's where the drain should be. It doesn't stick out of the water, and it's flush with the It's flush with the porcelain, so it doesn't look. It's not. It's not like jutting out or anything weird like that.
Gotcha. Okay.
It's just metal for some reason. So I noticed this, and I asked the nurse. And she said, I don't know.
Oh, I was waiting for that. That will projectile your poop back out at you if you push the wrong button on the wall.
Well, so then we started throwing theories around because we were like, maybe they're testing everybody for their drugs, or maybe it's some kind of sensor device that's like, this guy's dehydrated, or this guy's got.
It's like the old urinals at the Star Trek Experience at the former Las Vegas Hilton when that was there, that would put up a little screen that would analyze your pee as you were peeing.
Oh, is that true?
Yeah.
I never went in there. I went to the bar, but I never went in the bathrooms.
Oh yeah, the bathrooms were great. Like, so right above the urinal was a little video screen, and it would be like, as soon as you start peeing, it would know when there was somebody there and start peeing, and it would go bloop, 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 analyzing.
That's awesome, dude.
Yeah.
No, I had no idea. I didn't know.
You need to hydrate more, or something like that.
I didn't know that was like part of the experience. No one told me the bathrooms were cool.
Visit our buffet.
Yeah, that's amazing. Well, anyway, so that happened. I'm trying to think if there's anything else weird. Because hospital's always something weird happens to me.
Of course, yeah.
And I can't think of anything off the top of my head. It was all very overwhelming and
sure
intense and stuff.
I
will say this: when you go through fatherhood and the birth of your own kids, and I mean, let's say everything from like marriage, a big moment like marriage, big moment like your first kid, a big moment like them growing up, and all the little moments in between, and all of that. You think that by the end of the run of your oldest, who's now 24, you'd think I would be, I would have already had all the dad feelings that I thought I could have. You think that'd be it? Like, I'm all done. These are all there. I may have more of them, but they're kind of the same. And
if
whatever.
You thought that, you were crazy.
I was crazy. I really was crazy, because this was like a brand new experience. And I'll be honest, I haven't had what I would call a brand new experience in a while. Like the feeling of like, whoa, major life moment.
I've never felt anything like this before.
Yes, that. Yeah. And that was it. Not since the LSD trip I took. Just kidding, I didn't. But it was like this just really intense thing. And I guess I walked away. I don't know. You think of your kids as your kids all the time. This is the first time I walked away from her going, my gosh, she's a tough chick. Like, she really killed it in there. And she was so brave about it and so intense about it and so prepared for it. And like all of that stuff came flooding in, and I was like, all right, we did okay there. We did all right with her. She turned out good. And now she's a mama herself. So anyway, it's all good. Van, give him 5 years when he can talk real good, and Nick will pass the torch, and he can be the town crier for the
new town crier. There's a new crier in town.
There is indeed. Anyway, so there you go.
Cool. That sounds like exactly the kind of hospital trip when the worst thing you can think of is you had a bad tuna melt and something happened to the lady in the room next door and needed a C-section.
Yeah,
this seems like a pretty ideal.
Oh yeah.
That's the way you want it.
No complications. No one's strangled by an umbilical cord. No breech birth. No. We have to see, like, none of the things. Yeah. I always feel bad for everybody else who has those kind of emergencies, but just it kind of went by the numbers, which is something we always worried about because, remember, this is the daughter who, when she was 13, 14, 12, when she started having seizures, and we couldn't figure it out, and we were worried it was a lifetime condition, and the doctors were pretty sure it was focal and it would go away after a while, but it was just a part of puberty, and it's a rare thing, but it happens to girls, and they said, well, we should put her on this medication, and I said, what is it, and what will it do? And they said, well, the one major side effect could be that she'd be sterilized and could never have kids, and like all that stuff's flashing through my brain, and I'm thinking, man, I'm sure glad we didn't freaking do that.
Yeah, no kidding.
I mean, they could have adopted or something; it would have been fine. But you know what I mean? It's like just this moment, and and I also just worried. She used to have this kidney reflux thing when she was born. She had a heart murmur. Like Taylor had stuff when she was little, but she's grown into a very healthy adult, and none of those issues are there. And couldn't have been a more like textbook baby birth, according to her ratchet nurse she had there.
Nurse Ratchet?
She was fine. She was nice. She's just very serious. Just very
serious and doesn't know a damn thing about plumbing.
Yeah. And she looked like well, different nurse, but she looked this one looked like a, how do I put this without it sounding super rude?
Oh God.
She looked like a Minecraft character. She was square. Square looking. Just everything. Head, square, big square, rectangular arms, square body, like a boss in a Minecraft thing. Somehow. Awesome. Yeah, and chat room's asking no episiotomy, don't look it up. Yeah, don't look it up, and also yes, no episiotomy, everything's fine there.
Oh, thank goodness.
So she's all good in the hood, and unless something dumb happens today, they'll be coming home Friday.
Yay. It's good.
Yeah, it is. So thanks everybody for indulging me, and I'll quit being all fawny for the next I won't do it for a week.
Bullshit.
I'm gonna try not to. Because it can be annoying. People are like, "Yeah, we get it. You had a grandkid, okay?" And be like,
"You're gonna be a big old sappy softy for a while. And that's totally fine."
Nurse creeper. She didn't look like a creeper. She looked like more of a custom-made Minecraft box person lady. It's hard to explain. Anyway, real quick, I just wanted to drop a tease. And I haven't thrown this past you, so this will be interesting.
No. I'm hoping it's good news.
You and I are waiting, obviously, for a bit of a contracty McTractor tracky. Until that comes, I just wanted to drop a little Johnson hinty here.
Oh God.
I did hear back from.
You can't. That's what I was wondering. Yeah. So you heard back from.
I heard back from that.
Hear back from.
Yeah, okay. and I'm there. They now have questions which I need to answer this morning about what kind of thing it is. But I just want to put it out there that if you're thinking, man, I don't know if I want to come out there in April. I don't know if I want to go to this TMS event. I don't know if it's going to be as cool as everyone says it will be or as cool as it was last year. I'm just saying, if this goes down the way it's supposed to go, even if it doesn't, it's still an amazing event. But if this goes down the way it's supposed to, dude, you're going to want to get in your car or on that plane and get your butt to Vegas in April is all I'm saying. Okay?
Yeah.
And there's the other hint I'll say. If you're a big video game fan, that's a hint. That's all.
There you go.
That's all I'm saying.
Okay. Well, that's good. Good. All right. That's a good safe.
Yeah, I didn't give too much away.
No, you didn't give away too much.
All right, thanks. I mean, I figured you'd. I don't know if you have the power to. You probably don't have the power to do it, but you could try to mute me or something if I went off the rails.
No, I couldn't even at all.
Yeah.
I couldn't even go blah, 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 loud enough to drown you out.
Well, I'm glad I stayed in the lane. All right. Well, that's it for that. And I hope Texas Roadhouse was good because I always want to eat there. Was it good?
It was fine. You know, it was Texas Roadhouse. First time I've been to Texas Roadhouse since I've been doing the diet, and so it was a very different Texas Roadhouse experience because they want to keep bringing you those rolls.
Yeah.
At the beginning.
Oh yeah.
And that cinnamon butter crap that they bring, and I'm sitting here at the table watching 11 other people mow down those rolls like there's no tomorrow, shoveling peanuts and throwing their shells on the floor, and I had one roll.
Yeah.
I had the lowest point steak according to the app, so I did well there.
How many ounces on that steak?
7 ounces.
7 ounces. Oh, that's great.
7 ounces, which isn't bad at all.
No.
Salad beforehand with low-fat dressing and mashed potatoes. Actually, mashed potatoes, fewer calories than baked potato, which blows my mind. I don't understand how that's possible.
Weird. Is it because you're not putting like sour cream and stuff in there?
I guess, but I mean, certainly they cook those mashed potatoes with a whole bunch of stuff. It's not just we take the potato out of the jacket, mix it up and mash it, and then give it to you. They put a bunch of salt and butter and who knows what else.
Yeah, no kidding. Well, look at you, even at Texas Roadhouse, doing your points right.
Darn right.
Brian's committed, you guys.
I'm committed.
He's
especially the fact that we're 2 days away from the next weigh-in, and I don't think my little CrossFit experience a couple days ago is enough to like ramp my metabolism up to peak levels after 2 days. So we'll see.
Yeah, you're probably right. I'll bet you're down though. I'll bet you money you've gone down in points or in pounds.
Today's been this has been a good week so far, and I have trivia tonight. It's at a brewery. I'm going to have one beer. I might not even have one beer.
You're just being moderate. You're being moderate. That's the key here. That's it.
Yeah, but it's that moderation. It's like feeling like, oh, you know, I've earned this extra thing. I did this extra deal of such and such. I've earned a cookie, or I've earned a cheese on my chicken sandwich or something like that.
Sure. Well, people at home, people in the chat, for just a reminder, Brian is using the Weight Watchers, or as they call it now, the WW.
That's right, the WW
program there, and it's working out great. Someone the other day was telling me about some hipster version of that's like some hot millennial deal called Bloom or Gloom or something. Have you heard of that?
Oh, really? No, but I've heard of Happy Scale, I think.
Yeah.
Some app that helps you with that.
Let's see, is it Bloom diet app? I've heard of that also, Happy Scale thing.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Bloom. It is Bloom diet
okay.
app. Wait, is it Bloom? Bloom Life? No. Well, whatever it is, the problem is it's like Noom, Noom.
Noom.
And it's similarly structured like yours, but more expensive.
Oh, really? Okay.
And
but it's still like it's
like points and whatnot.
Point system. Okay.
Yeah, I think they're just trying to be the hot thing for the young set, while Brian's using the Weight Watchers from 1972 or whatever. I mean, that's in their head. That's what they think they're doing.
Right. Of course, yes.
Noom weight loss app. Yeah, that's it. So I don't know if it's any good or not.
Yeah, I'm seeing it right there. Okay, but it doesn't really say. I'm looking at the. Oh, here we go. Continue reading. Noom. One plan on how they go about the food selection database. Okay, yeah, it is. By the way, can I say that we talked a long time ago about words we don't like.
Yeah.
I'm going to add wellness.
Oh, I hate wellness. Hate it.
Yeah, wellness.
Totally with you. Strike that one from the record.
It's a garbage word. It's like a superfluous. We're concerned about your wellness.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, wellness is stupid.
Yeah. Health is fine.
Health is fine.
Health has done everything. Health has been a rock solid word you can always lean on when it's describing your health.
Yeah.
Right?
And don't have the sentence be health and wellness, because you're being redundant when people do that. So if I hear somebody say, "Oh, we specialize in health and wellness," no, stop with health. You're good. There's no wellness.
We specialize in dollars and cash.
ATMs and cash machines.
That's right. Exactly.
So anyway, it's fine. A lot of people just not that wellness can't be used properly. It's just a lot of people use it to kind of shyster people, and I hate it.
It's too general and all-encompassing word that just is not specific enough to be useful.
Yeah, I'll be your wellness specialist.
Yeah, exactly. Hi,
Specializing.
I'm here for your wellness. Oh, really? Okay.
Do you want a wellness check? Here's a wellness check. All right, someone's gonna email us and be pissed.
I'm sure somebody who's got wellness in the title of their job is going to email us and say, "Now wait a minute."
Yeah. Well, I'm sure they won't be biased in any way.
No, not at all.
All right. News time?
Yes.
News time. Here it is. Check it out. Here's the theme.
This is your radio newscaster with another exclusive sensational summary of world and local events.
Hey, it's the news. Brought to you by
Hospital Cafeteria Food. Don't eat the tuna melt.
I mean, the tuna melt, let me just say this, was good.
At the time.
The time, but those things just have a really short half-life. Like, get right into it and eat it, or don't. Or then be done with it. Throw it away later, or whatever. But they had really good, they had these good chicken wraps, and I was impressed, and it was cheap. Like, Nick got like a legit Philly cheesesteak thing, cooked the way you do it with like all the meat and cheese and stuff on the grill and then put on the bread, like not some weird prefab thing, like the real deal. And it was like $3 for this monster size thing. It was cheap. It was great. I'm going to go to more hospitals for lunch. That's what I'm going to do.
And if something goes wrong, you're in the perfect place, right?
Yeah.
If that milk sat out for too long, guess what? I'm already in the hospital. Let's deal with it.
I'm convinced that hospital food is cheaper than anywhere else, because everything else at the hospital is $1,000 a second. You know what I mean?
Yeah, right, exactly.
It's like something has to be cheap.
Exactly. You feel so bad about everything else. It's like, oh man, we can't punch him in the gut with the food too.
No. It's like, for me, walking from the reception to one of the rooms is like $8,000. But then the food's like $2. So nice job, guys.
They'll feel like it all balances out.
Yeah, that's true. And this place was very clean, really nicely kept, and I think they kind of have to do that. If they don't do that, then...
Yeah. Oh, God, yeah.
Alex is right, only in the U.S. I don't know what your cafeterias are like over there. Is it flipped? All your health care is free, but it's like buying pheasant under glass anytime you want a cheeseburger.
It's a $12 coffee from
How much?
Toronto General.
How much for the poutine? $49. All right. Look at this here. The Batman. You've heard of the Batman?
The Batman. Yes.
Well,
I've heard this thing.
You're literally going to get the Batman. That's the name of the movie. The Batman will come in 2021. That's the year, and it will not have Ben Affleck. It will have a brand new Bruce Wayne. Ben's like, this sucked. I'm not doing this.
Yeah. Was it his decision, or did they? He decided not to do it anymore, right?
I think it must have been. Well, okay. Remember that he had a standalone Batman movie coming that he was going to help write, direct, and be in, and it got canned.
Yeah. Yep.
So I don't know if that's a bunch of bad feelings about that, or if it was him or them, or they don't really say. But yeah, it sounds like it's not going to happen. Yeah. They're dating their next rendition of Batman for June 25th, 2021. This is the one that Matt Reeves has been attached to as writer and director now. So Matt Reeves, famous for those, I think I'm saying this right, famous for those Apes reboots, the last two anyway.
Oh, okay.
Not sure about the first one.
Dawn of the Planet of the Apes and War for the
Planet. Yeah, I think War for the Planet of the Apes. Both of those are excellent movies, and I think Matt Reeves is super talented. So I'm still in on the idea of him being in charge. But they're now hearing that Ben Affleck will not be donning the Dark Knight's tights after the Dark Knight's tights. Really, the Dark Knight's tights.
Dark Knight's tights.
I don't like it. Don't like that at all.
Tights of the Dark Knight.
That should be the title. The Dark Knight, Man in Tights. There you go.
Right.
Let's see. This is after he played the Caped Crusader in Batman v Superman and Dawn of Justice, Suicide Squad, and Justice League. And that's because the movie will focus on a much younger Bruce Wayne. Reeves boarded Batman in February 2017, taking over for Affleck, who's originally set to direct off the script he wrote with DC's Jeff Johns. Affleck, as we understand it, has a very busy plate. A Deadline exclusive broke that he is starring in and producing the feature adaptation of Kate Alice Marshall's novel, I Am Still Alive.
I'm going to really quickly interrupt you. And Deadline, come on. You can't have a busy plate. You can have a full plate. But plate, using the term plate, you only use it with a term you've got a full plate right now. You can't say, oh, my plate is so busy right now.
Yeah, that doesn't make sense unless it's spinning. No. Could be a spinning
busy
plate.
Schedule. Yeah, you know.
Maybe he's saying he's spinning too many plates is what they should have said.
They could do that. That's fine.
Yeah, but you're right.
Or just say full plate.
A busy plate is that's no plate. That's dumb.
No,
you're right.
No, exactly.
You're totally right. I'm with Brian on this. One vote for Brian.
Come on, Deadline.com. Come on, you know better. This ain't Huffington Post.
Yeah. No, it's not. The two-time Oscar winner outside of this thing he's working on is also starring in the Warner Brothers film the Gavin O'Connor drama Torrance. Don't know what any of that is. Oh wait, that's not the? I heard they're making a follow-up to the Shining. I heard, and it's about an adult Torrance kid.
Oh. Danny Torrance.
Yeah, well, you could have been you. It could have been you.
No, because they're not using the same kid who was in the original Shining.
But they could.
Well, they could, but I'm sure they won't. that guy is done. He's like, he did that. He did an adaptation of The Great Gatsby, and he's done.
What if they called you though and said, "Hey, remember you tried out and we didn't pick you?"
Exactly. We're looking to go a different direction. We're looking for bald fat man, and we need.
I mean, Danny Torrance grows up like anybody else, you know.
We want a story like Danny Torrance really let himself go, and we think you're perfect for the part.
Yeah, you're right. So I guess this isn't that. But,
the last running he ever did was through the maze, the hedge maze.
Oh my lord. Let's see. So the search is underway for the new Dark Knight, and I don't know if you have any ideas who you'd pick. I don't know if they want a younger one.
Looking for younger.
Yeah, I don't know who that is right now. Who was that?
Yeah, I don't know.
The Han Solo guy is pretty good. Mm-hmm. He'd be all right. I could see him doing it. Cut his hair a little bit.
Could Nicholas Hoult pull off a Bruce Wayne kind of thing?
Maybe he might.
He's almost a little too comedic, or a little too.
He likes to name his tumors, which is very odd. Oh wait, I'm thinking of Mad Max Fury Road when he was in that. He was great in that, by the way.
Just in case we thought we'd get one day.
Nick Cage can play younger. Sure, Dead Polymers, yeah. I don't know. I can't think of anybody. No one's jumping out in my head. I'm sure there's some
you basically we're looking for like late 20s, early 30s.
Probably, yeah.
Oh, I hope we get the origin story again.
Oh, dude, I guarantee someone's getting shot in an alley and falling with their pearls flying everywhere. I guarantee it. I guarantee it. It's going to happen. Here's okay, I got to pick just because I've been forced to watch this with Kim so much, but that Blue Blood show, the youngest kid, his name is Jamie. He's not a kid, he's in his late 20s. He plays Jamie. He's one of the sons who's just a street cop in that show. Would be a very good pick, I think, because he's got a great combination of kind of dark, broody, kind of pent-up anger, revenge, but also always seems to want to just try to do the right thing. He's always trying to do the just thing, even though it's hard for him. I think he'd be pretty good. I don't know his name, though. But that kid's... He'd be a good Bruce Wayne. Part of me wants them to go with a relative unknown. Like, I don't want another Hollywood type, you know?
Right.
Done with those. I don't want any more Hollywood types.
Oh, who's the actor who played Strucker in...
Strucker.
Was it Strucker? Baron Strucker in Civil War?
Oh, yeah. The one that had the big conversation with Black Panther out in the...
Here we go. Thomas Kretschmann.
Sure. He'd be all right.
Maybe not young enough.
Oh,
no,
right.
I guess not. He's 56 years old.
Oh,
actually, that's not what I'm thinking of. No, it's the one who had the fight outside of the base. Oh, it wasn't. Yeah, it wasn't. It was Baron Nemo. Was it Baron Nemo?
I don't know.
It was Civil War. It was Zemo, not Nemo. Baron Zemo.
Baron Nemo.
Baron Nemo.
Finding Baron Nemo. Yeah, I don't know. Zemo? Zima?
Baron Zemo.
Yeah, Zima.
Baron Zemo.
Baron Zima's a real douche at the bar. Don't go talk to him. Nobody likes him.
Yeah, here it is. It's the guy who played Baron Zemo. And, no, it's not Jesse Plemons.
They're not going to do Jesse Plemons?
God, no, no Meth Damon.
No.
Meth Damon. Is the list of the actor? Here we go. All right. And the actor name is... not Philip Shepard.
This guy's hard to find.
My God, he's hard to find. Why am I not...
But I thought it was Fat Damon, not Meth Damon. Well, I guess it depends if you're referring...
Fat Damon and Meth Damon. There it is. There we go. Daniel Bruhl. Thank you, Davey Cross.
Oh, Daniel Bruhl.
Daniel Bruhl.
He's too old? Too young? Perfect?
No, he's 40. 40, I think, is a good age.
Okay. I'm in. We just need a young buff dude who can look grizzly and then clean up in a suit.
Good jawline for the cowl.
Yeah. Yeah. And then, you know what? The only thing you carry over from the Ben Affleck business is the voice modulator, because I actually think that worked pretty well.
Mm-hmm.
I like that better than Christian Bale just trying to talk deep. That sucked.
Yes. No. You need... You definitely need some sort of... They do it well. That's one of the things I think they do really well on Arrow, is have voice modulation. Like Arrow has a voice modulator that changes his voice, so it's like, it's pretty obvious that that's not Mayor Oliver Queen.
Yeah, exactly.
Under the single mask that just covers his eyes. You can't tell who I am!
Yeah, totally. Someone in the chat says, does he have to be white? I mean, no, I guess not. He could be a black dude or a I don't know, Asian Batman. I'd be into that. I don't care, whoever. I just want somebody good. You got to just have somebody good. That's all I care about. And by good, I mean, I like relative unknown and somebody with some range, and they just don't go with some Hollywood mega type guy. I don't want that.
Totally. Yeah.
Hey, more on the cold weather.
Oh, yeah, this massive cold ice front.
Yep, it's bad. Hearing from a lot of fans and listeners who are stuck all up in it. Police are now asking criminals not to commit crimes because it's too cold.
If that works, why didn't they think of this sooner?
Just ask. Have you ever thought of just asking?
Exactly. We never tried asking the criminals to just stop.
Yeah.
Why? Yeah. How come we never thought of this before?
What the heck?
Oh, well, since you asked, sure, okay.
Yeah, I guess I don't have to commit crimes.
I guess I'll go get a job.
Yeah,
Thanks.
I'm gonna go finish my education and get a job. The Warrensburg Police Department of Warrensburg, Missouri, posted the request on their Facebook page. This is literally the quote. So we are asking a favor, at least for the next 3 days. Can you keep the criminaling to a minimum? They use the word criminaling.
Criminaling.
Yep.
I like that better than wellness.
It says it's really cold out. Do yourself and us a favor. Stay inside. Be nice to each other. Watch reruns of Say Yes to the Dress. We hear the...
Oh, look at this. And they throw some shade at the firefighters.
Yeah, it says, we hear, in parentheses, it says, we hear from the firefighters that that's a really good show. Parentheses.
Wow.
And then they say, okay, thanks. Blast of cold swept through the Midwest in the parts of the East Coast as sub-zero temperatures befell several states. As low as minus 26 in the Dakotas, wind chills as low as minus 62 in Minnesota. What's crazy is windy. I think I said this yesterday, and maybe she'll talk about it today, but their temps are supposed to be back up in the 40s on Sunday. So imagine like an 80-degree range in like 2 days.
It's insane.
Yeah.
Absolutely insane.
Just nuts. Anyway, be careful out there. Your skin will freeze within 15 minutes. Your eyeballs will freeze instantly if you're in some weather. Just don't go commit crimes. And for everyone else, just chill out, man. As long as you got power, which it sounds like a lot of the power stayed on and everything's good. You got internet, just Netflix and chill. Exactly. That means have sex, though, doesn't it?
Go watch that. It does, yes. Well, it means watch the first 15 minutes of Bird Box and then go do it.
Oh, okay. Boy, that'd be I would be like, wait, I want to watch
That's
Bird
not a very
Box.
turn-on movie, right?
No, it's not. Yeah. It's not. A pregnant lady in utter peril in that first 15 minutes is rough.
It is. All right, so maybe not Bird Box. Watch the first 15 minutes of... I don't know, because all we've been watching lately is Bodyguard, Bird Box, and Bandersnatch. You know, the 3 Bs.
3B, Triple B. That's coming up here on Triple B.
We're about halfway through the second season of Marvelous Miss Maisel.
Oh, yeah. What do you like that? You're
Loving
into it?
Loving it.
Yeah, that's Kim's thing next she wants to do, is binge that.
It's more of the same, but Alex Borstein is great this season, and Tony Shalhoub.
Oh, I love him.
And Tony Shalhoub and Kevin Pollak. Those guys, whatever they do from now on, they need to do as a pair.
Oh, together, eh?
Together.
All right. Yeah, I haven't seen it. Even Patrick Beja likes it, and he doesn't like any American things.
Wow. Yeah. Does he like it, or does he really, really like it?
He really, really likes it. That's my understanding. Final note of caution. This lady is a good example of what not to do. This also is dealing with the cold. Illinois State Police have busted a woman, arrested her for driving 115 miles an hour through snow in a 35-mile-an-hour zone. Do not do this. Police put this on their Facebook and described it as #ridiculous. What's going on with the police and their freaking Facebook posts? Like seriously, they're all just like, okay, watch the dress.
You know, the problem is we've been taking this whole policing thing too seriously. We need to be fun, like a Starbucks.
Let's see. A woman was arrested after they clocked her driving 115 through 35 in a town with snow and slush on the road. Take that in for a second, the post reads. Police looked at the opportunity not only to warn the public that this is unsafe and not a way to drive, but to remind them that there may be other drivers like this on the road who could put their life at risk. If you think you won't get in a bad crash in town because the speed limits are low and you're a good driver, think again, says the post. Just remember, there are people like this driving next to you. Yeah. All right. I think that's all the news that we're fit to give today.
That's all the news I can handle.
Yeah, I'll save this radical hippie dwarf thing for Monday. It's pretty good.
Okay. All right.
We're going to take a break. When we come back, Wendy's going to be here. We're going to talk about some of the perils of parenting. But also, I think this will apply to a lot of people. So even if you're like, oh, I'm checking out, this one's about kids, not in the way you think. I think it may well, whatever. You'll have to judge for yourselves, but come back and listen and let us know what you think. Until then, though, Brian brought a song to play, and we're going to play it.
Well, Wendy may have left Sweden, but Swedish indie pop trio Like Swimming certainly hasn't. They started out in 2012, and they've been kind of increasing their fan base to the whole world as opposed to just their local area. They released a single last year called Strike a Pose, and they are following it up with The Ground, a new single that will be on their double EP Resistance Relations later on this year. It's kind of a two-part. They're calling it a two-part EP, and it'll be called Relations. Or Resistance will be the first EP. Relations will be the second EP. We do not have relations. Like Swimming is a reminder. I'm sorry, The Ground is a reminder of what violent grounds we stand on. A story about how we got our privileges. History is so dark that we just had to make an upbeat song about it. They said it's kind of like one of these groups like Monsters and Men and the Sharp and the Zeros. I can't remember the full name. Magnetic Zeros. Edward Sharp and the Magnetic Zeros, where you got a dual vocal going back and forth. Really like it. Here is Like Swimming and the song The Ground.
All right. We'll be right back. Stay tuned. This show is part
That's
of
not
the right clip.
Bye, everybody.
Sorry. All right. Sorry. And now, the real one.
I can't take the ship into combat with a crew of raw recruits who have never flown in space before.
It makes you cough and your throat becomes dry and hot.
You are listening to Adele Dazeem.
All right, we're back, everyone. We're back.
And better than ever.
Better than ever before. Hey, it's windy time. It's also that time I realized I wasn't recording the entire first half of the show. But that's okay, because I recorded it on video, which means I have a backup. So don't you worry your little heads.
Smart man. See, that is why you do a backup.
That's right. That's why we are legacy podcasters. Every day, proving once again we know what's up. All right, windy time. Let's get her in here. I'm sure she's home because it's cold outside. Which I'm going to save here because I know she's going to be a second, because she always is. While I do that, I think I'm going to make a two-parter on the video.